Today is the 25th of March, day 2 of lockdown. I've been a DJ for 25 years, and in that time I've had some great laughs, and all of a sudden my diary is empty, gone, absolutely wiped out. Till when? I don't know. I've got bookings for next year and bookings for the foreseeable future, but when are they going to start? Oh, we just don't know. It's terrible out there at the minute. So while I'm at home, I've got to do something. Now I could put on mixes online of people doing it. I've seen plenty of them, nothing wrong with that, but that just isn't me. My love of doing discos is through radio. I've done hospital radio, community radios, all bits and pieces. So I'm going to put together very quickly, very rough, an online radio station just for the foreseeable future. Let's see if we can work this out. You going to join me? Let's do it. But in the meantime, I need to make myself look more human. Let's do it. Almost human. Oh, what a perfect face for radio. And of course, a perfect voice. Let's get to it. This is day 3 of quarantine, and as I said, that I'm going to try and see if I can produce over the next few months of quarantine a internet radio station. It is going to be aimed at the local people where I live in what we're going to call Bicester, but obviously it's going to be internet, so it's going to be available all around the world. Now, in order to do this, there's a couple of things we have to do first. One is to get a streaming software, so this means I send it to someone and they stream it so you can pick it up on Facebook and bits and pieces. I have been checking though to see if there's a bit of interest in this. I've put a few teasers on Facebook like this. To sort of see what happens, and generally the feedback's been pretty good. Everyone's asked me to do it. Actually, what they want me to do, I think, is go around their house with my disco and PA gear and do a party in their front garden for them. But that ain't gonna happen. I'm also not going to stream it. I've seen a lot on Facebook, even though there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's quite good that all the DJs are doing it. They're doing mixing and bits and pieces. This is purely going to be voice, because let's be honest, no one really wants to look at this, but they don't mind hearing this-ish, I think, I guess. The trouble is, when you've been off for a few days like this, you start getting a bit mad. So first thing we have to do is find a streaming software, and the first I'm looking at is Shoutcast, and also another one called OBS, and there are a few others which I'm going to look at now to see what they can do. On top of that, we need to look at licenses, and that is the PLL, but I'm going to look at them shortly, but I'll get all the other stuff up and running first before I get that. I'm also going to then hopefully release a few teasers, maybe live or pre-recorded on Facebook to sort of see how it goes. I will be using royalty-free music, so people can get it on there. I might try and sneak in the odd track if we can, see what happens. And obviously then I've also got, in order to do that, I've got to link up all the music and stuff into the computer. Again, there's 2 ways to do this. One, you can use virtual DJ, you can broadcast straight out of it into the internet, but then it's a bit difficult trying to get a microphone in it. I know you can do it by USB mic, which I don't have. But from what I've heard people doing, I don't think the sound quality is that great, to be fair. The other way of doing it is having a dedicated music PC, so which I would rather do, having a virtual DJ on the laptop for the discos, so it doesn't even go on the internet, and that music will stream to a mixer, not the console, a mixer, a multi-channel mixer, and that will go into an input on the other computer, the main computer, to hopefully that stream out, and then people pick it up from there. That is all the plan. I'm only going to do it for a couple of months. If it works, you know, see how it goes. First off though, I've got to sort out my studio and make sure everything's tickety-boo and make sure it's working. So stay tuned. Oh, welcome back. This is a good few hours later. I've had tea. Sorry, I was vaping. I've had Chinese, very nice. And of course at 8 o'clock tonight, because this is the night that we all went outside and cheered for the NHS. NHS, well done. So far at the minute, we've got the computer set up with virtual DJ, plugged into a mixer, plugged into a sound card that then converts that. Actually, I've had to go directly into the computer because the sound card I had is quite old. I don't think Windows 10 recognises it properly, so it didn't work. I'm still working on Shoutcast. It's a little bit more complicated. I thought you just have Shoutcast, a Shoutcast, and then you just plug it in, but apparently you don't. You've got to have loads of other add-ons and bits and pieces to run that. Bit of a shadow going on there. Let me move that out of the way. So let me show you what I've got. So there, virtual DJ on my older laptop. This is my backup laptop. It's a Dell. And then a very old mixer. This is a Behringer 12-channel mixer. Still got bits of dust on it because it's been sat on a shelf. But it works. And we've got my computer there. And this has got 2 screens. This is what I've been practicing with. And then of course we've got Shoutcast, which is there. So while I've been trying to work this out, I've been listening to a guy called DJ Darren Michaels. That's been putting mixes online. It's very good. Look. He does gig logs as well. I'll put his link down below. Go and visit his channel, give him a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to his channel. I've also got these very funky purple cheap headphones bought for the wife for Christmas, but they still work. These are like 4 years old. We've got on here, this is a really old version of, I think it's called Adobe Audio now or something, but this is the original version called Cool Edits. And the microphone that I'm using, which I've had donkey's years because I used to do hospital radio and internet radio, is a Behringer B1 microphone. And this is a phantom power microphone, so it picks up really well. So now we've got everything sorted out, we've got everything in the right place of what to do. Now we've got to try and work out how to connect it through the computer onto a server, which I thought Shoutcast was. It might be, I don't know. But that's got to go on to something else. So that's from the computer to Shoutcast, and then I've got to get links on Facebook and pieces. So come back in a minute and we'll let you know how it's going. I just like the sound of my own voice. Back again after a few hours, and this is what we've got working. We obviously got the computer working, we've got the mixer working as well. I got a spare screen on there still, just showing a broadcast. Yeah, we managed to get this thing broadcasting. That's let me get this right. That's the Facebook page there, and that's the broadcaster, and we ended up using something called OBS. Trying to use Shoutcast, but the trouble with Shoutcast, you needed Shoutcast, and then you needed Winamp, which hasn't been updated since about 2004, a load of other bits and pieces. Now with OBS, you just do it in one, and then you take the information, which I showed a bit, from Facebook Live, a key over to there, and it just connects up, and it does it. It does run about 20 seconds behind, but it does work, and I've got people on Facebook right now that can hear. So look, there's me from that camera there. We've got 4 people online, and we've got all these nice comments here. So we'll see if we can net this up. So there you go. Can you all hear me out there? This is DJ Funky Mike speaking to the world right now at 22:59 on the 26th of March, which is a very bad day for everyone. So hopefully this will make it a little bit better. So we're going to continue with this, and then we're going to come back in a minute once we've smoothed out a lot of these few lumps. We'll get there. Greetings, welcome back once again. I don't know if you were watching it last night. Bear in mind this is the next day from Winchell earlier. We've done a test stream. It worked okay. We're on Facebook. I had about 4 people initially watching it because obviously I knew about it, but actually people have continued watching it. About 161 people have watched it, and they've all very good comments as well. There's a few issues that I found out. It's because the microphone is there and the computer's there, it's difficult to talk there and do that, so I've got to try and sort that out. The other thing, the mixer, while it's okay, it's not great. There's a few crackles coming through, we've got to sort that out. And I've got a bit of trouble with the volumes as well. The microphone volumes to the music volumes are very slightly different, and it's very difficult to equalise them up. I found out that if I turning up the microphone to go to the top of the music, then I was getting too much gain on the microphone, whereas the other way I turned the music down, it wasn't loud enough going through the stream. So we've got to try and work that one out. So for that I'm going to be using, which I found around in my garage, a compressor unit. I haven't used this for years. I used to use it for karaoke. Talking about karaoke, we're also going to ditch that mixer, and I'm going to use my karaoke Mackie mixer as well. That one there. I did just drop it, I hope it still works. I did actually record this a minute ago. I didn't turn on the microphone, as you do. I'm running a bit late today. It started to get dark outside, and the time is 8 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. The time is 6 o'clock, and I said I could do a stream around about 7:30, 8 o'clock. It might be a little bit later than that, because being as we're in the middle of this epidemic with this virus, I had to get to the supermarket to get some beers and food, and that took about 2.5 hours to do a 10-minute shop, so we are a little bit behind at the minute. But we'll have to move everything around now, swap everything around, and see what we can do. Keep watching! So that's everything plugged in, and it's all seems to be working exactly the same. I was a bit concerned I wouldn't be able to use headphones, but I can. Good. Wow, I've just watched a couple of videos of how you actually link up a compressor to a mixer, and I've been doing it wrong for all these years. No wonder it never worked properly. Now I've got to find a cable and see if I can do it. It's called a Y cable. I've still got one somewhere. Have you noticed that if you're a DJ, like me, that you have mounds and mounds, boxes, bags, drawerfuls of cables, yet you still can't find the cable you want? But when you do find the cables, oh thus, a Y cable. Yay! Marvellous. Now I've got to see if it works. Fingers crossed. Positive test. We have connected up the compressor correctly this time to the mixer, purely on that channel, not the music, because the music doesn't need compressing, and it works. I have absolutely no idea how it sets it up, but what I've done, I went onto YouTube and I was watching this guy here called Newcastle Music Studios. Seems quite good, seems to know what he's talking about, and I still don't understand actually how you set up a compressor. So what I've done, I don't know if you can see it, we can zoom in there. There's all the buttons there, so I copied them because it's the same mixer, compressor, and it works straight, absolutely good. So we've got a few more bits and pieces tidied up to do, and we're going to see if we still can get another link on through a web page, and we'll let you know how that goes. So, time is 7 o'clock. I've got technically half an hour or an hour to see how that happens, see how it goes. But I can record myself. There you go, hang on. Listen.
Are you ready for a party tonight in the house? Get in the house with DJ Funky Mike. It's a bit miserable, cold, horrible outside, and frankly unwelcoming. You don't want to be going out there at all.
As you know, I'm not one for blowing my own trumpet, but that sounds pretty good actually, I have to say. So we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to catch you guys once again in a bit. First off, I'm going to have a nice cup of coffee and some bite to eat. And we'll see what happens around about 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight. Till then, bye. The carnage has begun. We got it all working properly, as you can see. Probably not. That's OBS software doing the streaming. We're going on Facebook, and obviously we're running virtual DJ. But you kind of get the drift how it's working, I think. It's a bit confusing. Everything all over the place, but it's working. And we've been shut down once by Facebook police already. After this, I'm going to tell you that I need some help for this radio station. Not for me, the radio station. You understand? I don't need help. I'm fine. There you go, see, it's working. How long for remains to be seen, but we're doing it. We're live on Facebook. So I just have to make sure I turn that microphone off, because they'll be hearing this, and that'll make it confusing. We've got tons and tons of messages coming in. I've got 34 people watching at the minute, listening rather. Not bad. So I'm going to keep going. I should catch up with you in a bit, let you know how it goes. Well, we've been doing about 2 hours of this. No. Yeah, probably about 2 hours actually. It's going really well. Obviously we keep getting hit by the Facebook police, but you know, that's normal, copyright and all that. Everyone's enjoying it. Send me your messages and bits and pieces. I will post some links down there for it. We're going to do a few more songs, and we're done. I've forgotten how tiring this is, because we're playing tunes off the computer, we're keeping an eye on the stream, and we've got all the Facebook information coming in as well. Like that. Bye-bye! Well, that was an excellent first night doing this. We got up to something like 53 listeners, which doesn't sound a lot, but it is a lot, you know. Just playing out the last track at the minute. There's a few things I've got to sort out, but I think generally everything all right. I'm saying I will put some links down there so you can see what it sounded like. I'd like to know what it sounded like actually. Really enjoyed doing this tonight. It was a lot of work to get it up. Now we're going to have to work on some sweepers and idents, I think they're called, and bits and pieces like that. We're going to have to get some made, or even I'll try and make some, I don't know, and see if we can incorporate other DJs as well, and then sort of out other streams, and obviously a better stream than this. So there's still more to come. Greetings, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed what you've just seen. This was supposed to be a very quick vlog of how I set up a radio station. Hasn't worked out like that at all. In fact, it's become really complicated. So there's going to be a part 2 as well. Part 2 explain it a lot more, and we're going to be using a different server as well. So do stay tuned. Remember to subscribe to see part 2. It all makes sense. Also, very importantly, another reason to subscribe, I've found a way to beat the Facebook copyright police. So stay watching, and you're going to get that real soon. So until next time, my friends, this is DJ Funky Mike. Still working on it. Bye.